Welcome to stage 2 of the International Chopin competition. This is the first day of stage 2, and it's, well, the 7th day of being at this competition for the participants. Some of them have been waiting quite a while to play in the first round, and now we're beginning to hear the stage 2 pianists who have advanced. We did send out an invitation to all the pianists who played in the first round, and it was totally voluntary, and we're really lucky to have 2 participants from the first round joining us in this intermission session. So stay with us because we have 2 special guests. Eva Strejcová. Oh, I was doing it so well before.
You did.
She heard me warming up with it, but Strejcová. Perfect. I'm gonna do it one more time. Eva Strejcová and also Hao Rao is here. And you both had to wait, what, 5 days before you played. And you in particular, Eva, had to wait until the very, very end. What was it like when the name was drawn in? It was T, and you realized, oh, I have a lot of time. What was the first thing you did?
Yeah, I was like very shocked, but I actually didn't know I would be the last of the last. And I was just like, oh, okay, I have time to practice even more, so that's good. But I also have a time to think about everything a lot, so that didn't help. But yeah, it wasn't easy, but to be honest, I was kind of relieved that I wasn't like the first one. It wouldn't be possible because alphabetically it wasn't the option, but well, yeah, it was a lot of pressure, but yeah, yeah, it is what it is. So.
Well, dealing with the psychology of piano playing is something we always deal with, but especially knowing you have to wait and getting in your head, like you said. Do you have any special techniques or ways of dealing with this kind of pressure? I mean, you can't help it, it's there, but maybe you can take measures to actually alleviate that.
Yeah, well, I have more techniques, but yeah, I think it's the mix of everything. And
meditation?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. And also the breathing exercises. And I think the most important thing to keep me alive was jazz. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm starting.
Yeah.
Maybe you could lead us in a breathing exercise. I think we all need it. I mean, it's been hard for you, but it's exciting for all of us. And yeah.
Well, I think the breathing, the meditation is very great, but I think the most important thing for me to deal with that was were the people around me and the support I was having especially from my mother. And
your mom's here?
Yeah, she's that.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, and also the support from my teacher, because he was always on the phone and he was texting me and he was calling me and he was just so sweet about it, and also my friends. So I think it was just the combination of everything, but yeah, it was stressful.
Well, having sat through most of the first round, your performance was a wonderful way to sort of cap it off, and so congratulations, really beautiful.
Thank you.
Hao, let's talk. I first came to know you because of a certain documentary. You might have seen it, but so of course you were in the 2021 competition and had quite a lot of success. What's the biggest difference this time at the competition?
I'm older.
It's a very good point. Yeah.
更加成熟，然后也更加勇敢，我觉得。
I also got more mature thanks to being older, and my play 可以说就是更 pure 是吗？
对。
And my play got way more sincere and pure in a way, so that's the biggest difference.
I'm curious if you could ask him about what he means by sincere. What was it in 2021 that was insincere or maybe not authentic, not you?
当时其实是更加年轻的那种感觉，就是我是用着17岁的我去表达音乐。那么经过了4年之后，我觉得也经历了很多人生的事情啊，起起落落，然后我觉得更加能够抓住音乐的一个本质。
So at that time I was 17, and of course a lot of things happened. I gained a lot of experience, so I would say it was mostly my age and lack of life experience that I had at that time.
I can't imagine what it was like to be under the pressure you were under at the age of 17. I still remember a scene from pianoforte with your teacher, sort of looking at Bruce Liu, like, who is this, this quiet, confident guy, Bruce Lee, this kind of thing. And yet you got that far, you were able to make it this far. And so it was a pleasure watching you. I could tell there was a feeling of confidence. I've been here before. Eva, I'm curious about some of your repertoire. Maybe I can ask both of you about the pieces you played. Of course, we're hearing a lot of the same pieces, but you both played nocturnes that were not among the most chosen. The most popular by far were Opus 48 number 1 and Opus 62 number 1, by far. And then we heard several D flats, and then your C sharp minor and especially your E flat were the lesser chosen. I'm curious, and you began with the nocturne.
Yeah.
So those are the first notes you're playing in the competition. Yeah. What is your concept for this piece? It's unlike any other nocturne, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's very, misty in a way. And I always imagine like this misty night and just little stars, which is the higher notes. And yeah, I feel very connected with this piece because it has also the personal side of it, because I started play this piece when I started my academy in Prague, and I wanted to because I'm in my last year at the academy, so I wanted to have this concept like I'm coming back to when I start, let's say, and yeah.
Well, it was a beautiful performance. Everyone had to play an etude, but you could only choose from 5. Now I want to ask you about your octave etude, and then I'll move back to Hao. You opened the octave etude like I don't think anybody else I had heard. You actually kind of da 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 da. Where do you get an idea like that? Is that something, a suggestion a teacher makes, or does it just come to you instinctively?
I think it's more instinct in my body, and also I feel like it's kind of like when the storm is coming and it starts it doesn't start like right away, but it's just coming very slowly, and I want to create like this mysterious beginning, let's say.
Yeah, it was really cool. Now, Hao, you played the notorious thirds etude, but you could have chosen any of the 5, as I found on YouTube not too long ago. You play all 27, that's right, 27, Opus 10, Opus 25, and then the Trois Nouvelles etude as well. So what made you want to choose the thirds etude for this competition out of the 5 you could have chosen?
因为这是我弹的最好的一首。
Because that's the one I played the best.
Is it also your favorite
Yes,
of the
yes.
5? What do you like about it?
很神秘的一个氛围。对。
Very mysterious.
Yes.
It's very mysterious. So there's this mystery here.
I know we're in the second round and we're not hearing etudes anymore, except some have chosen it, actually. We might hear several from certain competitors, but we're still talking etudes, so why not? It seems like Opus 10 number 1 and Opus 10 number 2 were the most feared because they were chosen the least, or perhaps people felt like they couldn't express as much there. Do you actually find Opus 10 number 1 challenging because it's maybe a C major, and because you could have chosen this, obviously you play it, but you feel like thirds was more comfortable for your technique?
Yes. 然后第一首，它出于比赛的角度来讲，它不是那么的容易出彩跟体现个人风格的一首作品。
你说哪一首？
第一首。
第一首。
对。
那你知道英文怎么说？这个第一首？
我想一想啊。第一首它怎么说？
没关系。He chose this one because he feels that at the competition, it's easier for him to you know, like make a performance out of it, kind of. 是不是?
More that you can interpret and show.
Exactly.
Well, let's do this now. So first of all, hands, because I just want to see. Okay, so clearly there's a little more meat on your hands than my sort of thin things. Do you feel like your hand is more suited for certain techniques than others? Or, I mean, I guess the idea is you should be able to play anything. Is there a technique you find most comfortable?
靠重量，靠本身自身的一个体重去弹琴。
It's more like using the, you know, like the weight of your body to
Yeah,
to help your
对，因为
fingers
我还是很胖的，所以就很好弹，很好用。
I don't want to say it. He said he's fat, so it's easier. I said I disagree.
You are under obligation to translate everything he says.
That's what he said.
Well, I want to
yes.
thank also Martina for her wonderful job. Thank you for being here. I didn't introduce you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
How nobody thinks you're fat. Can you start the thirds etude right here?
Okay.
What's your fingering? Show the audience.
This one.
Just 1, 3, 2, 4.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I tried that, and I end up going like that. You know? And then I tried 3, 5, and I can't do that either. Finally, I was just like.
My teacher used this one. 4, 5.
Oh, 4.
Or 3, 5, I think.
I'm gonna talk to her. She's got some good ideas. Eva, beautiful third ballade. You did a lot of, it was third ballade, right? Beautiful like inner lines and details. What do you love about this particular piece? It was really wonderful to hear that last night. But yeah, what do you love about the third ballade?
Well, it's interesting because I never felt comfortable with this piece. And I played for quite a long time, and I never felt truly connected with this. But when the competition started, I tried to find so many ways to this piece and discover as much as possible. And so that begins the finding the inner lines and some of this stuff. And I started to be more, familiar with that.
Have you played other ballades before?
No, just this one.
This is the first one?
Yeah.
But I imagine listening to all 4 ballades, the third wasn't the first one to speak to you. Often the first ballade is the one, or was it the fourth?
I love the last one the most.
So that was the first piece, the ballade that really spoke to you?
Yeah, because honestly, I love more the saddest pieces, much more than the happier ones, let's say.
But you seem like such a happy person.
I think I'm a happy person, but
musically, you're
musically I like
dark.
Do
you have a favorite Chopin piece?
Yes, I have a lot
many,
of
sure, but
many.
What's the most?
But the most beautiful one, I think, is the second movement from the F minor concerto.
So specific. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, both second movements from the concertos.
Yeah.
But I love that it goes to we're going to hear it a lot later in the competition, but, well, actually we might not, because it's not always chosen as much as E minor, but it has that wonderful operatic moment, right?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Do you have a favorite composer not Chopin? Like who's going to be the composer you move to when you start moving on from this repertoire?
Rachmaninoff.
Okay, there we go. Concerto?
That's a tough one. I love the fourth one.
Really?
Yeah, but
do you play?
No, but I would love to. But the third one is just also the second movement from the third concerto. I always have chills when it comes to like the specific sections of it. And I love Rachmaninoff probably as much as I love Chopin. Yeah.
And Rachmaninoff loved Chopin a lot, and we hear that in his music as well. Do you have a favorite Chopin piece?
Polonaise Fantasy. I think now it's the Polonaise Fantasy.
Was it always before, or only when you learned it?
When I learned it.
Could you, with Martina's help, tell us why you love this piece?
它非常能概括肖邦一生的东西，我觉得，对。
it really can capture the lifetime of Chopin.
It is it's sort of a biography of I think.
Biography
Yeah.
in a piece.
Yeah, it is really. And now, what about not Chopin? Is it also Rachmaninoff or no? Oh no,
I love Debussy.
Debussy.
Yes.
Wonderful. I feel like Debussy is one of Chopin's descendants.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there a Debussy piece that you have played recently that you especially like?
他的所有的前奏曲，
前奏曲。
对，前奏曲。 Prelude.
All of the
prelude?
yeah.
Prelude.
All
You
of
play
them.
all-
Yeah.
No.
不是所有的。
不是所有的，就一些吧。
Okay.
Some of.
Some of them.
And how many preludes are you playing in the second round? Which, I mean,
6.
just 6?
6. Yeah.
Because I know some are doing all 24, but which 6?
30 to 18.
13 through 18. So we'll hear the raindrop, and of course B flat minor.
这当然是他最出名的一首前奏曲。然后我的在演奏这首作品的时候，其实就是很能感觉到他很就是充满着忧伤，但是同时又很憧憬着美好的事情的那种感觉。是不是有点多？
有点。
就这个作品，它非常能体现肖邦很挣扎的2个特质。你可以先说这一句。
好。When I play those pieces， 可以用英文说这个吗？
可以。怎么说？我可以感觉到他的那个中间的挣扎
struggling. So when I play those pieces, I can feel those struggles. When he was writing those pieces, I can feel the struggles in his life during this time.
Well, and he was very sick when he wrote it, and he was on basically a really bad vacation. Have you ever visited Mallorca?
在没有吗？西班牙
No? Me neither, but we should all go sometime. I want to see this place. It was like a haunted house, basically, that he had to compose this in.
你知道在西班牙？
我了解。
Well, I'm really excited to hear you play the Opus 22 also. Do you have a favorite pianist or recording of the Andante Spianato Grand Polonaise?
有没有非常喜欢的钢琴家？
我自己的在不在？
对你自己，我可以说这个吗？Myself.
That's a very confident answer. That's the sign of a true artist. I like it how I play it best. Well, sometimes when we learn pieces, right, Eva, we don't want to be influenced by recordings anymore, even if we fell in love with the music because of it, because it has to become your own,
Yeah.
right? Do you feel that? I mean, so who is a favorite pianist of yours, and have you ever had to feel like you removed yourself from that pianist's influence? Like I did with Glenn Gould, but that's another story.
I think I have like 3 favorite pianists. Like I can't choose just one. It's very difficult. But when it comes to especially Chopin, I love Charles Richard Hamelin very much. But like the pianists in general, I love also Arkady Volodos. Like he's brilliant.
Do you play any of his transcriptions?
I try to, but
They're
just,
scary.
Yeah. I agree. That's so beautiful. So, and the third one would be Boris Gilburg.
I love Boris.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And he's a Fazioli man.
I know.
And he makes that thing sound incredible. I'm lucky to have met him and know him, and really impressive artist. And he plays everything, it seems like. How do you like Warsaw? You enjoy it here?
对，每次感觉像回家了一样。
Every time I come back, when I come to Warsaw, I feel like home.
Yes.
Well, I know some competitors from past competitions have actually moved here, so maybe it's an option
You're
at some
next.
point. It could be your home. Do you like to take walks around? Yeah. Is there a place that you like to visit in Warsaw?
我跟老师每一次来华沙都会去那个教堂。
教堂跟心脏是吗？
对。
Every time I'm here with my teacher, with my piano teacher, we go to the church where the heart of the Chopin is buried.
I'm excited. I haven't visited yet, but it's going to be, I mean, it's one of the most important, well, his heart's in Warsaw, his body's in Paris, right? So we have about 2 minutes. I thought we could just do some, you know, small talk. You know, the pressure's off at this point. So Eva, Prague, very beautiful city. Is it distracting to study there when you've got castles out your window, or is that inspiration for you, just all this culture around you?
Yeah, it's very inspirational, and yeah, but I'm all the time in awe of Prague. Just I studied there for I am in my 5th year, and I used to take walks almost every morning to my university, and every time I was just amazed.
Listening to Chopin, right, in your ears?
Yeah, mostly.
What Chopin piece would be the best soundtrack for walking through the old city?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, I would pick probably something more optimistic.
Oh, okay, so good.
Yeah.
So not one of your darker...
Yeah, it's not dark. It's not dark anymore.
There's not a lot of optimistic Chopin.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess the waltzes are pretty optimistic.
Oh, waltz is not Prague, like...
Well, then tell me, what's an optimistic Chopin piece?
Well, it comes to mind the Rondo E-flat major, but it's not Prague either. But, well...
Third Ballade, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Why not?
It's got a little Prague in it.
Yeah, maybe.
There's still mystery and darkness, but it's one of his more joyous pieces, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, we could keep talking about Chopin all day. I really thank both of you, Eva and Hao, and also Martina, for helping out. This has been Chopin Talk. You are watching the International Chopin Competition. We're here on day 1 of this stage 2. So we're hearing longer performances by about 40 pianists, I think exactly 40 pianists. And we've got a few days left of them, so stay with us. This competition's just starting to heat up, but we got a couple weeks left to go. And there's a lot more music to come. So thanks and enjoy the music. Back to the hall now.